God, I just couldn't stop it, You had
to get the key change in.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thank you and welcome for listening, first of all, to the Hat Chat podcast with your 3 hosts. That's right, there's 3 of us. I am Chris Hodson Trott, officially.
Hello, Chris Hodson Trott.
I really changed your name.
Hornby.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Alex Smith. Thanks, Rob Clark, for that fingle.
Rob Clark, yeah.
Rob Clark,
so Rob Clark
very funky little tune.
Rob Clark did one a couple of episodes ago, like 106 or something like that. No, 206.
206. I was going to say we're on 209.
206, and gave us 3 more. So we've got 3 more. Yeah,
oh, that's great. And I think somebody posted another one as well.
There's another one
recently
as well.
Great work.
On our subreddit. So we will utilize those. Thank you very much. We do run out of them very quickly if you want to send them. The email is hatchat@hat-films.com. It's never changed. It's been like that forever.
Yeah.
Since we started these.
Yeah.
Many, many years ago. I realised I'm on that camera. So thank you for sticking with us. Despite normally being quite directionless with these. What have you got to say for today's Hat Chat?
Okay, so
specifically.
What have I got to say? I was listening to
what's the rights?
I was listening to some more Alien content last night.
Some what content?
Some Alien stuff again.
Oh shit, okay. Yeah, cool.
There's this guy.
Are you worried about aliens? Are you worried that it's going to affect you?
No, I want to know.
Or is it more of a case of shit? I want something cool to happen with aliens.
I think it's all real. Genuinely, I think that we are being visited by other species that are more advanced than us, and I think that that's incredibly exciting and interesting. I think it is a little bit scary, but at the same time, I think that I want to know. It's like wanting to know what the hell's going on. Like, it's a bit like, people imagine, hearing that there's a new world, a new planet, a new island, and going on somewhere, and you're like, wow, that's cool. I want to discover something. I want to find out about something. But now I was listening to something about these little 3 to 4 foot hair-covered men that are very strong. And there was this case in 1954.
Just kind of picturing Danny DeVito.
Yeah, kind of. Like, that would be a good place to start.
Like more hair.
They were 1954 in, I think, Italy. Some guys were just delivering some stuff in a panel van, and in the middle of the road, before they got to the sausage factory they were going to, they saw this 12-foot sphere, and out of it climbed some guy that was about 3.5 feet tall, covered in hair, right? The driver of the sausage van got out and tries to pick the guy up. That's his first instinct, was to go and pick the guy up, and he said he managed to do it, and the guy was weirdly light, right?
Oh, okay.
But then he said he got pushed by the guy, and he flew 15 feet through the air, right?
Hell, that's crazy.
So apparently they're really strong, okay? And then as this was happening, 2 more of this dwarf's little mates come out of a bush carrying clods of soil, right? And they load them into the sphere and fly off, okay? And they saw this, and they corroborated it with police as well at the time.
Yeah.
And then I watched an interview with a guy, something Lear. He's part of the Learjet family. So Learjet. Have you heard of a Learjet before?
It does ring a bell.
It's a kind of private jet company, right? They make small aircraft.
Is that the one that shipped Princess Leia over to Jabba the Hutt?
Learjet. Learjet. Nice. Okay, all right. It wasn't worth detracting from the story for that joke.
Sorry. Yeah.
Basically, he and his dad, his brother, they all fly. They're all pilots, and they'd seen stuff. They saw UFOs, and so he used his vast wealth to start getting into UFO stuff. And then he talked about these same things. He said there's a few different kinds that have been confirmed. There are the greys, the ones everyone sees, right? There are the taller ones, these ones that look a lot like humans, and then there are these other ones, these small 3.5 foot ones covered in hair. And multiple people throughout history of the last 100 years have seen these. I don't know, it's just kind of interesting.
But no one's taking a photo.
No one's taking a photo.
Do you think now, like in this time, in this day and age,
that
it would be quite common for someone to have a phone on them, and their instant reaction is to be like, "Shit, I'm taking a photo of this thing." Or even just taking a video just for safety's reason's sake. You think there'd be more out there? Is there?
I think that.
Do they show any examples of them on these, or is it a video you're
just
watching?
Drawings. I think
just illustrations.
I mean, it was 1954 where the first case happened, so there weren't really handheld cameras just with everybody at that point. Yeah. But I think we're probably that will happen eventually. Equally, if you really want to get tinfoil hat about it, anyone who takes a photo of something that's actually provable on their phone, the deep state gets in there, removes it before they can show anyone.
I see.
Good God.
I mean, I don't believe that, but it could conceivably happen. If the depth cover-up that's happened that would be required for this stuff to be covered up for so long, that would be, a factor. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to get. I don't think things like that really. I do agree. It's bizarre that we haven't had more photo evidence.
I think it's more just like Well, I guess it depends. It depends on what the creature is or whatever. I mean, in that documentary I watched, what was it called? The Disclosure or something. Yeah. A lot. It's quite convincing the way they kind of portray these scenarios, and obviously they go through all the documents that have been hidden all this time, and obviously they talk about Area 51.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have found, body tissues of these alien beings that were inside these, capsules, and
that's why everyone should have a B-Day.
That's
then
why
there wouldn't be any tissue left behind.
You don't use a tissue with a B-Day, do you?
I do actually, yeah.
You got to dry yourself off.
Sorry, do you have a B-Day separate of your smart toilet?
It's the toilet is.
That's fine.
It's again. I came in and curveballed the whole conversation there. First with the Princess Leia ship joke.
Yeah.
Derailed that one, and now I've derailed this body tissue thing. So
we're having tech issues on the video site, so he's trying to fix it. Whilst we're
every time there's a cutaway, I am out.
He's out, but
trying to fix it.
Of course, you may see this on.
You're not going to see it on there. It's only the stream.
Well, that's okay. So if you were watching us live, which
it's perfectly fine.
A few of you do. Unlucky.
Sorry.
I guess. But your thoughts on aliens and B-Days?
Aliens are real.
Aliens are real. B-Days.
Likely aliens provided the tech for B-Days. I think
the tech for B-Days is water in a bowl. It's a tap.
Yeah, but it's simple now in hindsight.
Yeah.
But everything's simple in hindsight.
Exactly.
Thank you. Pyramids obviously a strong structure.
Ooh.
We know that now.
Yeah. Back then, though.
They
would have never thought to stack stones on other stones.
And slightly
massive stones.
Yeah. They would have never thought to use livestock to haul stones.
This it is quite shocking. Like, it's quite an amazing thing to have done.
I don't understand why people think the pyramids were designed by aliens.
Well, I think it's just an epic feat, and also, isn't there a science behind their positioning and the sun and
so that's really cool, but I still think humans did
to
it.
line that up is still pretty impressive, for a civilization that I think,
was the most advanced of their time by some margin. Yeah, but then so was Rome. Like when Rome left Britain, we were thrown 600 years back into the past, which would have been crazy.
Have you actually seen the pyramids?
I haven't seen them in real life. No. But I do think it's really good. Yeah, like you say, they're aligned with the sun and the moon. What, the pyramids? Because you haven't seen them.
Yeah.
Oh, because fucking hell.
Are the pyramids real? Are my eyes real?
What else haven't you seen that you can therefore give the same point to?
What that I haven't seen. I haven't seen the ISS with my own eyes.
I mean, no,
I think I have through a telescope.
Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Are you sure
we can confirm that one?
Huh?
You're 100% sure that's what it was, and it wasn't some sort of.
It's quite unique looking if you look at it through a telescope. You can clearly see it with a consumer grade telephone.
Have you? So
I've never been in the ISS.
Doesn't exist then.
No, I haven't.
Doesn't exist.
Did you hear that there was a medical emergency and they had to bring back a load of astronauts off the ISS?
Kind of crazy. Yeah.
And they haven't disclosed why.
It's because they were all gooning.
Yeah, I was thinking big shit fetish.
Yeah.
What?
They're all into scat porn, and they're all kind of getting messy up there. And they're like, "You're ruining the instruments. The instruments.
It so happened.
Can see what you're doing."
It was the longest fetish play ever. They managed to get 4 astronauts up on the same flight. They were all into the same kink club.
Yeah. They're like, "Oh no, they're not doing the scat thing, are they?"
And there goes
we had this issue years ago.
Pineapple 4 rocket launcher is off.
Did you see that little thing that they made to the kind of? There is an official name for it, but I'm holding my hands up in a clasped shape where they store water in it, and it's kind of.
The thing that looks quite yonic.
I don't know if it looks yonic.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So basically, it's made out of these kind of straws, and the water's kind of held inside it.
Ah, yes.
But it's a very specific shape that the water doesn't break, the tension doesn't break through.
Because there's zero gravity.
So it holds in this orb. It's quite a good way
very
to store
hard to get water back once it's dispersed into anti-grav.
They're not just using packets and tubes like they used to.
Yeah.
But if you had so you're
still do.
So you're in the ISS and you've got water. I've not really looked up. I've seen the one where they ring the wet towel.
Yeah.
And that looks fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's all just the water just stays in place on it, and it's kind of
bounces around. Yeah.
Insane. But if you wiped a surface, do all those droplets instead of just kind of disperse everywhere?
Yes. The ones that were more violently removed from there. So because obviously there's still surface tension and everything, keeping it in place. But if you wipe hard enough, all those little droplets are going to go fucking everywhere, into electrics and shit. And you got to be careful. But you don't believe in it anyway, so.
Well, it's not real anyway, is it?
The ISS isn't real.
It's all nonsense. We haven't been inside it, so it isn't real. We haven't seen it for our own eye.
What about all the ones we don't know about? Do you reckon anyone's got any secret space stations up there?
Yeah, absolutely. I reckon there's a Russian one.
Maybe.
There is a Russian one.
Well, Russia takes part in the ISS.
No, I think there's a Chinese space station. I think, is there a Russian space station up there? Oh no, it was before. Mir was before the ISS. Mir's not up there anymore. But then I think there's a Chinese space station. I might be wrong, and that's just the ones we know about.
Fuck.
You know, Elon Musk apparently has his own cluster of SpaceX satellites for his own use.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
like he has his own cluster of satellites that's just for his use.
Okay.
Well, so yes.
One thing that baffles me about satellite tech, in general, is they're orbiting the planet, right?
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah.
To say that there's we can switch off Ukraine, for example. Aren't they always in motion? So how do you turn off?
Well, I guess
they don't stabilize to where the country is, do they?
No, but they can probably work out when they're above certain countries and switch off dynamically.
Do you reckon that's how it is? How does Elon Musk have his own cluster then? They don't follow him around, do they?
I guess maybe it's a belt.
Either we're trying to reverse engineer very complex technology that we're just.
That's why
we
it's
really,
hard, and that's why
we read up the complexities of, and we're just
aliens gave us B-days. So
geostationary orbit makes sense.
What does that mean?
It means it's it matches the rotation of the Earth.
But when we're watching Starlink across the sky, they're going faster than us observing them.
Those ones are we moving?
Geostationary?
Huh?
Are they moving or are we moving?
We're both
or are
moving.
They staying in one spot and they're staying there and that's it? They're just in the gravity and they're just pulling around with it?
If we were to observe them, they wouldn't move because much like the moon is... I don't know. We should discuss it because I feel like I'm losing grip.
We might reveal how stupid we are.
Well, we do that all the time. Who was it who called Venus a gas giant?
All of us?
Did we? Yeah, it probably was.
I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone knew to refute it.
I think I kicked it off. I kicked it off.
I think none of us knew to refute it. So I think we're all
but I think that's good.
Culpable.
We should talk about how to do specific surgeries as well. I saw a post earlier on of someone who had a photo taken of their brain, but through a tiny little vessel in their wrist. Did you see that?
No.
And it was just this tiny little pinhole, and they just have it sent through the arteries and up to the brain. That's cool, isn't it? What they can do with bloody
arteries
or cameras or
nanotechnology
in general.
Where would you put a camera?
What
would you like to see?
I don't know, because I wonder how much of that you can feel. I guess you can't feel inside. There's no nerve endings inside.
You would feel something.
Or like an itch. Like an itchy... Something's inside my veins.
I think it's like the turtle with a straw up the nostril.
A turtle with a straw... Oh, no. That's always so sad to see.
Yeah.
But it's good to see when people save them.
The turtles. Yeah. The relief they feel. Do you watch relief videos?
Relief videos?
Like when people do stuff like I get so many chiropractic videos.
Oh, well, isn't chiropractic a bit risky though?
It's just
nonsense. They could just fuck you up.
It's not. I mean, it's risky, sure, but it's also it's all it is just air bubbles being moved around. It's not really providing any go to an.
Yeah, but those are fucking crazy when they snap people's necks around there.
Yeah,
and they're there you go, you're free. Oh my god!
And
great.
The people are always like, "Oh my god, I feel incredible."
But they don't show you the ones that go wrong.
There you go.
Wake up, Sandra. Sandra,
blink if you're happy.
Your neck should be beautifully fine now. Cut the camera. Cut the camera.
There's chiropractors for babies.
Practors.
What do they do? Just stretch them around? Just pull their legs and arms and stuff?
Equally violent maneuvers.
There's chiropractors for horses. I watch a guy who does horses
stuff. Make more sense.
Who was it who said in an interview? I think it was there was some Tate McRae, is it? Pop star. She was saying that she learned how to do splits because her mum, when she was a baby, would split her legs.
Oh my god!
And
that's abuse.
What a dangerous thing to fucking send. What if the amount of parents who are I can make my baby do the splits when they're older? It's fucking,
she's gonna love this.
You could just rip them apart or ruin them.
It's a good idea though.
That seems like a mental thing to be and that's why I can do dance and stuff. It's Is that why?
Yeah, my mum used to take me down and have fights down at Wetherspoon. So now I'm an adult, I can have fights.
Just used to me
I'm
and
years ahead of
baby fight club. Just fight as toddlers.
9 months
in the
old.
Ball pits.
Could barely stand, but I could throw a punch. In the ball pits, yeah. I drowned a kid in the ball pit.
Yeah, ball pits aren't as satisfying as they seem like they should be.
No, they're quite frustrating.
They're quite frustrating. You can't swim through it.
Yeah,
you're just in a bunch of plastic balls.
Yeah, if it's deep enough, it gets quite scary.
Being an adult trying to do ball pit swimming.
No, I remember being a teen.
Get out of there, kids! I'm having a great time in the ball pool.
Cannonball! And there's some kid underneath the balls.
There's always one in there.
Yeah, God, I got jumped on so many times.
I don't think you should cannonball in there. It's dangerous. Didn't somebody do that at Twitch and break their back?
Did they?
Yeah, it was a really shallow pool though. It was like a couple of balls deep.
They broke their spine, or something like that.
But the instinctive idea to be like, yeah, let's jump it still. It's a ball pit. If it was like a proper deep pool of ball pits, you could have a terrible time at the bottom.
Or get drowned.
You wouldn't drown. The whole point of the ball pit is the fact that there's air pockets because there's gaps between the balls, right? That's why it's safe for kids.
Oh.
So even if they're under there are
air
there. Yeah, you're not being drowned. But then it's still if somebody starts stomping on the balls, if there's layers of kids, you're probably going to start doing damage.
You get enough layers of kids in there, like a lasagna, and then it's so there's
a. Do you reckon you could survive in a ball pit if like enough snacks and food came down from like other kids jumping in with like sweets and things?
Oh, no way,
but you've been down there for generations.
You've been living down there.
You were lost. You kept getting pushed down by other kids.
My life in the ball pit. How I spent 20 years of my life living at the bottom of a ball pit.
Welcome to Dubai's deepest ball pit.
And
it's 60 feet deep.
They've got to clean those fuckers as well. They hoover them and wash them because obviously they are just bacteria.
Where was that place in London? I can't remember, but we were out walking around and there was a ball pit that was showing its cleaning process on the window.
Yeah.
Like right outside. You can see all the balls going.
Getting suction through, clean, and then push back out again.
Yeah.
I guess that's to promote, oh, look how clean it is.
Yeah.
Well, it should
Come on in.
Because otherwise you've got a bunch of dirty kids just
Kids love licking shit as well. Love it. It's like they're discovering the world with their fucking tongues. So there's a place in Bristol, Air Hop. I mean, there's a few of them around.
We can rent it out.
They do trampolining. We could. That'd be quite fun. They have like foam pits where you can try flips and stuff into.
Okay,
but that's really scary because like you go into those and like can't get any traction and you feel like you're sinking, and that's a lot scarier. Foam pits.
But in the foam, there's some oxygen you can get out of it. At least you won't fully submerge and drown. I don't know. Maybe. Don't know. It feels pretty scary when I get stuck. It'll feel scary if you.
And you're like trying to climb out. I don't know, I'm just glad I haven't drowned in anything. Like, I think that's... oh my God. Got a bit of a disco going on the live stream right now. But we are working with it. I'm just happy I haven't drowned in anything yet.
Oh, that's right. I think a lot of people are happy they haven't drowned in things.
Remember when we were in California and Three Rivers and we were in that river?
Oh, and Trott was drowned.
Trott disappeared around the corner for some time. How close do you think... Were you actually close to drowning on that?
There was a moment there where I was like, holy shit.
This is strong.
I could run out of, like, constitution and just give up.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder how fast which one of us would give you the kiss of life? And which one you think would actually perform it better?
I think it would be me.
Okay. What? You would perform it better?
So if one of us went down, you would rush... If Smith went down, you'd rush to give him the kiss of life.
Yeah, even if he's breathing.
Even if okay. We're just learning some things here.
Man. See, when I was in Turkey recently...
I stubbed my toe.
Oh, you saw someone get...
No. I had one of those moments where I was like, I'm getting pretty tired out here. I was in the open ocean swimming.
Oh, shit. And, okay.
Christ.
And I honestly, that was one of the closest I've come...
Well, nowhere near shore either?
No. We went on a little boat trip.
Oh, okay.
And I jumped off. But it was like one of those boats with like multiple people on it as well. Yeah. And like... The Turkish captains were not paying attention at all to me. And I had a snorkel mask, thankfully, which helped, but it was really choppy. So basically, if I was just trying to swim properly, it was like constantly doing this. So I had to like calm myself down, put my snorkel in, and like just like slowly work my way back to the boat. But thankfully, the snorkel was keeping the air breathing above that choppiness. But I was like, I got back up on the boat and like sat on the side for a while and just like had to be like, fucking hell, that was a bit close.
I had a really similar experience in Kenya.
Really?
Yeah.
Open water again.
Open water near corals.
Right.
And we went over the side and obviously they're just like, yeah, go for it. Mm-hmm. Just a couple of guys renting out their boat essentially. Snorkeling around, waves coming in, and I started just drifting out And then, the water was getting into the snorkel, so that was quite panic-inducing.
Yeah.
I moved to the corals.
Yeah.
I stood on the corals.
Is that when you got the foot?
That's right. No, that's where I got lacerated
Right.
from standing on the corals. And they're like, get off the corals! Because they're endangered.
Like a weird
you really shouldn't touch the corals.
Yeah.
But I was fighting for my life at that point, like trying to get air. And they were just telling me to get back in the water.
You're like, fuck the corals, man. These corals can die.
Yeah, I just got torn up shins and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
It was a great trip.
Yeah.
Really life-changing.
You really fucked yourself up. Yeah, no, panic is like a crazy thing, especially when you get it in the water. Like, that is something you have to respect and bear in mind, for God's sake, is... don't get yourself into a position where you can start panicking and drown. I was just saying, whilst you were doing that to Ross, I'm really glad I haven't drowned in anything yet.
Well, yeah, we'd know.
I think that's kind of a good thing.
We'd know if you did.
Yeah.
You'd be drowned.
And you wouldn't be able to say, it's so annoying that I drowned that one time.
I think my parents would have been really pissed off because I was on holiday with my parents and like...
I don't want to ruin the time for them.
We've still got 3 days left.
God, no.
They have to plan a fucking funeral.
I think they'd be super miffed because I'm quite like a strong swimmer. I've grown up in the seaside, like by the like down at the sea. Like I've done years and years and years of this. I've not a grockle. Like my parents went out swimming as well, and like they were just out there like talking to some people from a while, going like, and I think if I had drowned, they would have been like, wow, that was really unexpected.
But
that's their first reaction.
It sound like, I feel like they'd be really annoyed. The holiday was
slightly miffed.
I think they'd be annoyed because
like, oh fuck, our son has died.
Do they expect better of you?
I think there's a priority order to those reactions. I think it's like
we trained him.
I think that fuck, my son is dead, rather than fucking waste of time.
Much like that lady. That lady made that kid do the splits. We trained our kid to be aquatic,
not die in the sea,
and he fucking died.
Yeah, I would have been. Well, because they're always like, oh, make sure you don't do this, be careful doing this, be careful doing that. Didn't say a thing when I went swimming in the sea. I just jumped off the front of the boat, fucked off, and they were just like, yeah, you'll be fine. And then for fuck, that was the time we should have gone, stay close to the boat, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Got soon a boy would cry wolf.
Yeah.
Have you done that a few times? Where you're like, well, I'm drowning.
Or do the whole like, oh, it's a shark attack. And then, oh, there's a fucking shark.
God, no, I haven't done that. I have seen a shark whilst diving, but you're diving. It feels a lot safer when you're diving.
Or in a pool where you lay face down and then suddenly go limp.
Oh, all the time. I do that a lot.
I do that a lot.
Relaxing.
You're like, oh, this is quite nice. And
went to Centre Box a few times, going around the rapids, just ragdolling it.
in the side.
I fucking love doing it. Just like looking like you're dead. Face down. Just flopping
face
about.
Down, flopping the oh my god.
Lifeguards love it.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
No, he's one of those. It's one of those ragdollers.
Loves a ragdoll.
We didn't have any trouble scuba diving, really.
No.
Nosebleed, that was bad.
Apart from your nosebleeds.
Yeah.
I got ear troubles afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, definitely had an infection or something, and it's just water in there for ages.
Yeah, you got to get
a watery sound.
It didn't take long. Like going like just a meter below and above, like losing that distance can really fuck with the pressure in your ears if you can't like discharge that pressure. Yeah, that was the worst bit. Everything else was fine.
So, was someone in our group pissing in their dry suit? I swear someone said that.
What?
Because in the dry suit, obviously you have a, we were wearing like trackies and a jumper underneath the dry suit. But some it might have been a story. Chris told me that somebody just decided to piss into it thinking it was a wetsuit, and then just basically essentially pissing themselves, and then having to live with it for a period of time before they could change, and then obviously clean out a dry suit, which I imagine is not a fun thing to do. Yeah.
No. Pissy dry suit.
I think the nosebleed thing I think was caused because there was so much pressure around your neck where the seal is, because it has to be tight so that it doesn't let any water in. But you need one in the UK. It's so fucking cold.
I think it's because you saw under a miniskirt.
So I got nosebleed because I saw under a miniskirt.
So what happens?
It's the anime trope, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
I didn't watch enough anime.
Where like a nerdy kid gets a nosebleed because he sees like the underwear of a schoolgirl.
Oh really?
Oh my god!
And it's just like
it's like a nervous nose bursting.
Yeah, I don't know why it's a nosebleed when you're nervous, but either way, that's why it happened to Ross.
Anime's weird, man. There's some weird stuff.
It's fucking weird. Shit's weird.
Yeah. That wasn't. I didn't see anyone's skirt. We saw some crabs, some murky water, and
the visibility was very low.
Yeah.
The best one was when we did that drift along the wall and we saw some like big edible crabs and lobsters.
Yeah.
And that felt like we were space, like sort of.
That was cool. Yeah.
That felt like we were astronauts because we were down at like 18 meters or whatever, And yeah, that was crazy. That was like, fucking hell, I don't want to fuck this up. You know, like...
Yeah. We could definitely get the bends if we just go up.
Yeah, that was really cool. I haven't been diving in ages. I'd like to go again.
Although we have to renew our...
You don't, actually.
Well, I feel uncomfortable.
I feel
I'd be uncomfortable doing it now.
Dave, just quickly going over
what were all the hand signals again?
It has been a while. I haven't been since we did that, which was, 2019? 2018?
No, yeah, it's earlier than 2019, I think. But yeah, I did a bit more diving afterwards in a quarry. But that was cold.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cold.
Was that dry suit as well? Or?
No, I went in there wet.
Yeah, okay.
It was so cold.
Yeah.
We got down to like 19 meters and like they're like bowls of cold. You'd go in it and just be like, it's like stepping into
they put like weird like models and stuff underneath it, and they took and like freak people out. So there's like a shark like model.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, like all sorts of
zombie
stuff.
model and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Christ.
There's like a Land Rover in there that you could swim around.
Nice.
The same
interesting
place was like 3 guys like our age did get like the bends and die in that quarry.
Oh shit!
Because it like, it's weird how you can just die in a quarry from the bends, isn't it? You just like, it's just a quarry. It's just like a hole somebody dug and filled it with water.
Deep
it's
enough.
When you say, oh, would you like to have the ability to fly? But you don't really think of the pressure.
Yeah.
You go up.
How chilly it is as well.
The speed at which you come down could really fuck you up.
Oh really?
He died immediately.
Well, pressure changes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or if you just could fly without any resistance underwater.
Imagine holding onto
like
the
aliens.
wheel of a
Like
Boeing,
aliens
and just trying to survive that.
Oh,
You wouldn't, would you?
Crazy.
But minus the plane,
Yeah.
and that's you flying.
But fucking hell, people were doing that when they were like getting rid of everyone out of Afghanistan, weren't they?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Anyway, there was a story here that was
Please go ahead.
About this specific headline says scientists say go ahead, keep gooning.
Scientists say they said that.
As long as it's for the right reasons. Which I don't know if that's a good thing to promote to anyone. I mean, the UK's recently like put like not bans, but like every channel, like every porn thing has to have an ID
age restriction.
Age restriction. So like they made it harder for kids to just find porn, which is good.
Made it easier to sign up for VPNs though.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, VPNs are probably doing really well out of the UK.
Everyone's watching porn in Italy. Anyway, what's the reason behind this? It says, as detailed in a new paper published in the International Journal of Sexual Health, the researchers found that positive motivations such as enhancing sexual pleasure, exploring fantasies, or deepening intimacy were associated with frequent but non-problematic pornography use and with adaptive sexual regulation.
What does that
mean? Make sense to you?
How do you
what does that mean?
get the data for that?
Really know. Well, I don't. Well, this is it. And obviously, they always use like quite small data samplings and then times it by an X amount. With an assumption that it's like when they do voter polls and they're like, "We asked 10 people and they said this." And now
did you find 5 gooners and 5 non-gooners?
Well, that's it. Like, do people admit to being gooners out and about? If we wandered the streets of
We're
Bristol,
looking for gooners.
If we wandered the streets of Bristol, do you think people would admit to like gooning it?
What do you mean? Just watching pornography or like
gooning it, like going crazy on themselves? But I guess you could just ask them like, "Oh, how many times do you jerk it a day?"
Right.
And if the answer is
21,
what would be considered gooning? 21 a day,
a week.
Jesus fucking Christ!
That's 3 a day.
21 a week.
That's 3 a day.
21 a week. I mean, 3 a day is doable, isn't it? It's got to be doable.
That's like after each meal.
Yeah, just. But obviously,
honestly,
different.
Unless you're like a teenager, like I think 3 a day. If somebody told you that, you'd be like, "Christ, okay."
That's a lot.
Like
you got a lot of free time.
Unless they could just shoot immediately. Like if they're just like fast rockets, like just
they're on a hair trigger. All the time.
Just like. Sorry, I brushed against my own trousers. Like, which is kind of crazy, but there's, everyone's got to be different.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
But I don't, it's more admitting it. If somebody would, do you think somebody would just say, "Yeah, about 3 or 4 times a day"? I don't think they would.
Maybe. It depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Gooning is like addiction level, right?
If they do it 3 or 4 times a day, are they more likely to be like, "Yeah, if I can just smash around all the time"?
I mean, there's nothing objectively wrong with doing that, in my opinion. I don't see what's wrong with it.
It makes you question what they're doing with the rest of their day. Like,
why are you keeping tabs on what they're doing with their time? And why is masturbating the worst thing they could do? There's far worse things
only if we're doing
a
specific sexual poll. That's specifically why, not to judge them.
Right, okay.
I'm just more curious if people would.
It's the rabbit hole they go down in order to get that gratification, I think, is the risk. Like getting into weirder and weirder stuff
I think that's
to get that high.
unfair to gooners. Just you can't presume they're deviants just because they've got high sexual.
No, there's a risk of.
There's a risk of deviancy.
I think the most extreme
building
would
a
have
callus,
signed,
a tolerance, if you will, to
I think the most extreme gooners
Plain
would have
vanilla
definitely
porn.
signed up to the UK like restriction thing. They would have. I think they would have just put their ID straight in, and then now with that data, they can probably make these polls much easier, and be like, "Well, he was watching this at this time, doing that."
That's true.
Time. And I could see because I was looking it through his webcam.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah. You can just easily hack into that.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, I don't know. I don't think though. I think the way technology is going, I think we all need to get on board with gooning because
What?
we need to rapidly de-shame ourselves because one day everybody's secrets are coming out. I'm sure.
Oh, I see.
In terms of
like where's
privacy and browsing, but like habits and all this sort of stuff is currently hidden in a sea of, what they say about Facebook and stuff like that. It's just like you're in a sea of anonymity because of the size of the data, right? But one day that's not going to be the case. And one day some Pornhub leak or some X-Hamster leak or whatever, will come out that will be like, these are all the users and here's all their locations.
Well, did happen, wasn't there? A leak? Well, not necessarily specific users, but like I think there was some data breach,
right? Of like login stuff.
Yeah,
but you can't really put a face to a name, can you? Or
you can now.
You can. Well, so I just think that like.
Well, mine's my name and address.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
I'm like this is me.
That'll unfortunately probably happen.
Enjoy what I enjoy. This is me.
And I think you need to de-shame it because then people will just be like, yeah, well, exactly that. Just like, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I watched some porn. I think because there's a risk is people taking strong measures, like killing themselves if they're, if the shame is too great. Much like when you get students topping themselves if they fail their exams. Like it's the same sort of thing where you need to make sure that people don't feel a societal pressure to be ashamed of themselves and for things that don't require shaming. I mean, is the sex industry a complex and exploitative thing? Seemingly, yes. I was reading a thing on Reddit where a sex worker was answering questions and they were like, do you think all sex work should be legalized and regulated? And which is something I think should happen. And they were like, conceptually, yes. In practice, I'd like to see how you're going to do it. Because they were like, the concept of yes, this should be legal is correct. However, they haven't seen a single sort of solution that keeps everybody safe and unexploited. It's such a difficult. There's so much different sort of power dynamics involved and all this sort of stuff. Like it's very, very difficult to actually make it just like going to a bakery.
Oh yeah, of course. But then it's when we went to America, and they said obviously there are legal grows for like weed and stuff, but there's also still a black market for it, which is cheaper, and but you don't know necessarily what you're actually getting. Yeah. So those markets will still exist. I suppose. Yeah. And people will just go for a cheaper option if it's available.
Like a Greg's
and more dangerous. Like a Greg's. Yeah.
Going for a Greg's over a what's
I wouldn't call that black market.
No, it's just a very mild thing to compare it to.
I'm just saying about going for the cheaper, worse option.
Yeah. This said it has a number for how many people were involved. It says 890 adult participants in
that doesn't
Hungary.
feel very... just specifically Hungary.
In Hungary,
specifically in Hungary, 600 individuals assigned female at birth and 290 assigned male at birth. So.
Yeah.
And were they picked at random? I guess there's no information.
It just says they submitted answers anonymously through an online survey.
What's your Goon rating?
A major gap in the literature is that pornography's use is often evaluated mainly by how frequently people use it, even though frequency alone tells us very little about whether use is actually harmful.
Everything in moderation, isn't it? You can apply that to everything.
You can, right. Yeah.
Goon in and of itself is not moderation.
If you do it once, is it called a goon?
No. A gooning is like the continual...
Going back to
doing
like being a monk, but for masturbating.
No, definiting not.
Being a monk for masturbating.
I think you're trying to reach a higher state of being.
That's the inverse
of gooning.
No. I think monk is more like an amnesty from these primal needs.
No, I get that, yeah. But what if like the yin and yang is on one side you've got. Gooning. I know I'm mixing up Eastern philosophy.
You really are, yeah.
Like willy-nilly. But like. With gooning, what if you're trying to reach a higher state of like euphoric pleasure, like tantric, like being tantric, right?
Yeah.
But you're gooning.
Yeah.
What's gooning to you?
Gooning is a problem.
But like, what is
like watching
gooning?
Like, porn loads
Goon
of
is
times
Goon is something to access.
I think I think it's
Just
jerking
anything.
it to porn.
Jerking it to porn. Well, that's just gooning.
I think like jerking it to loads of porn. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I consider. That's why I don't. I mean,
It's overconsumption.
So
let's
it's just like
let's see if there's a specific terminology.
spending all day just masturbating, basically.
Gooning meaning. There it is.
Meaning. It's slang for engaging in intense, prolonged sexual stimulation, often involving pornography and edging, to reach a hypnotic or trance-like state.
There we go.
It focuses on delaying orgasm to maximize pleasure over long duration, frequently practiced in private, solitary settings.
Yeah.
It has also become a prominent term with queer online subcultures.
So it's like edging, really. It's edging.
A noble pursuit. Practicing
gooning is edging.
delayed pleasure.
Right.
Delayed gratification. Yeah, that's a good point.
And delayed gratification builds better mental health.
True.
I think I rest my case.
I think,
I think
given that definition, I think gooning is great for everyone.
But then this test was talking about trying to linking different patterns of sexual and emotional functioning. Because if delayed gratification can cause other issues. You might never finish because you're so used to a certain state of mind that and also a solitary setting that if you want to be with somebody else, you might not get to the end.
I see.
Because you're getting that delayed gratification.
Okay.
Or maybe you'll shoot.
What if you
away.
you have to find a fellow
the other way.
fellow gooner? I think everyone needs ranks, like a gooning rank.
Oh, fucking
like
hell.
Dan's in karate.
Yeah, like dance and karate.
Yeah.
I think it links more to karate, actually, martial
let's
arts.
fix in something else.
Everyone gets belts,
Wow.
and you get different dance based on criteria,
Right.
like length of edging, but also consistency of the pump. For example, like how fast are you going, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, then this is a lot of parameters. I don't know if they would have got from this survey. Like how fast, how many pumps are you doing? Are you counting the pumps?
I feel like this is
Can you count
null
the
and
pumps when
void.
you're so preoccupied with the material you're using and also...
Is it considered gooning if you're just doing one pump an hour?
Are you racing to the edge?
Yeah.
Do you rotate the wrist as the fist comes forward?
Yeah, are there...
Yeah, there are different techniques.
Are there physical techniques? Are you,
Are you doing a defensive or more offensive style gooning?
Goon Katamari.
We should really make a survey and figure out
should help.
more data, yeah.
We want to help.
We're the Goon Squad.
The Goon Squad. The Goonies.
Yeah,
The Goonies.
Yeah, no, we can create some hilarious
I never really had
real
strong
names.
feelings on gooning. I think that
I never really thought about it, no.
just don't get addicted to porn.
I think so. I think,
and try to just do things in moderation is really the best.
I think porn
advice,
is
isn't it?
damaging in young people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it can be damaging. Because I think people use it as like a fucking guide.
Sexual
And I think
education.
it's not. And obviously, it very much depends on what they watch. But obviously, there's so much weird stuff out there that they might just get, think something's normal when it's like, that's not how you treat someone or whatever. So I think there are dangers to it.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
But
yeah.
you'll never know.
There are
'cause
bad
you're never
lessons
sit
you can
behind
learn.
someone watching porn, are you?
Yeah. I mean, there are bad lessons you can learn, I suppose, at the point you're making, and I agree with that, but then equally, if everybody is consenting,
Sure.
and you have clear communication about what you want, like, it's just like videos of other people doing it a different way. I think you're right about it.
But also
I think it's generally damaging.
Well, like I say, it very much depends on what it is. But also, there's that external element of you're looking through a screen at two other people interacting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very solitary thing to do, and it's just not as natural. So it might affect real life relationships later down the line if it becomes a problem. I just think that's the damaging part.
I think it's the horse stuff.
There's the horse stuff as well. I had a weird dream that one of my friends had a horse, and for some reason it would just wanted to kind of just rest on my back, and then would just like nestle its face in my hair. I was like, your horse is on me. Fucking, there's a horse on my back.
If that horse was
and like it was
able
really
to
heavy,
do
and I was just like, fuck, man, I don't want to move because it's
I'd
like
be
teeth are right there.
impressed if you could hold a horse.
Well,
up
yeah,
like
it was
that.
a dream.
Was it a little
obviously.
horse?
I think it must have been a small horse. So it was like, yeah, it was like,
It's
the fact that it
weird
was right
dream.
there. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's a horse. And it's one of the things where like,
Snap
if your
him.
friend is like a weird dog or something, like, oh, can you just get it off?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just,
But it's a
but
horse.
it's a fucking horse, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Weird. It wasn't a sleep paralysis demon. Somebody mentioned sleep paralysis. It wasn't a demon. It was fine.
Wasn't at the edge
It
of your
was-
bed.
I wasn't
Horse.
like fucking freaking out. It was just like,
Yeah.
God, man,
God, it's
sort
annoying.
your horse out. It's like winning
Train your
in my
horse.
fucking ears. Fuck off. Just back off.
They're quite dribbly.
All right,
isn't
it's on me, and I don't want to make too many weird movements in case it like lashes out or bites me.
they? Give it a fucking apple.
Do you
I
ever
don't
have dreams where you decide, like, fuck it, I'm going to wake up now?
Yeah.
Like where you're just like, okay, I think this might be a dream. This is pretty stressful. So I'm gonna go like,
I do that.
But then you do that. You're forcing your eyes open into another dream.
Yeah. That happens.
I'm still asleep. Wait, but am I though?
You don't know that until.
But then you get on with your day. And you're like, I'm fucking hell. I inceptioned myself in some weird way. Or where you try to get back into a dream, this is really cool. Like, there's cool things happening. I'm about to jet ski or something. I'll do something interesting.
It gets too exciting.
And then like I'm not there again. I can't go back into it. And you wake up suddenly, fuck, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Maybe the gooning is the way to get to that.
So I'll goon back
state.
Goon back into a lucid
back
dream.
into a dream. Yeah.
Goon dreaming. Yeah.
I watched a.
I tried so hard to lucid dream.
Yeah, it just comes occasionally. You can't really choose when to do it. I don't think.
And I'm not sure it really is me thinking that I'm in full control, or if it's just a dream that feels lucid.
I think
I don't dream that often. I've had a couple of weird dreams recently.
The horse one.
The horse one, but then also I choked out a rat.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, there was a rat. It jumped up at me and it started attacking me. It had like weird like lumps on its back and stuff. And I had it and I was like, I don't want to let go because it's trying to bite my fingers, but I had it in such a perfect way in my fingers that I like
kept
around its
squeezing.
throat, and I was like, I'm gonna have to just hold this thing until it's dead and like kind of choke it, which I really don't want to do.
Is
I don't
it
want
the same dream as the horse?
I want to toss it somewhere, but then I'm worried it's gonna come jumping at me. And so I ended up just choking a rat to death.
Is this a separate dream from the horse one?
And the next morning, walking Murph, a massive rat ran across.
Precog.
I was like, fucking hell, man.
Fucking precog.
You don't see that every day. And I think
and
it's the rat in my dream came out.
Did you feel your hand lunge for the throat?
No, man. Like, I don't want to be near a rat if it's like just feral.
Well, if it came at you, though, you have dream training.
Yeah, but I feel like it would bite me. Have you ever held a hamster?
Yeah.
They get you.
I've held a rat.
They'll always get you, man. You've held a rat.
Yeah.
I just feel like, you're not going to... They're good. They're good at biting. I feel like they're... Like
gerbils are the same.
So like I was in just a perfect kind of like I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to fucking choke. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to pinch and squeeze. And I was like, this is horrible. I don't want to see this.
But it's got weird.
But I'm going to
things on its back. You want to go with
it's
it.
just weird.
Well, that's
weird one.
We really come around.
You haven't choked out any animals or been. Where's animal based?
No, most of my dreams are actually quite positive usually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I was thinking about how it's still surprising that we haven't really worked out how to take advantage of dreaming, right? Like as a technology or some pharmaceutical technology or digital technology, we haven't still worked out a way to unlock this crazy ability that we have subconsciously to dream in such vivid ways, right? Like it's incredible.
And not to mention the crazy thing about aphantasia in dreams. People that can't imagine in their mind's eye can have super vivid dreams.
Right.
So
well, that makes me think they're just making it up. That's the thing. So
it's hard to picture, isn't it?
I think they just don't know what when other people say like, yes, I have an imagination, people with aphantasia are just like, I don't have an imagination. You're just like, no, you're shit at imagining what I'm imagining. Exactly.
Well, I think it's difficult.
When
I read a book
making it up.
and I haven't seen a film of that book.
Yeah.
Picturing a scenario, unless it's like really detailed, I struggle with sometimes,
well,
and I lose.
You're making it up. Like aphantasia is not real.
Yeah.
Smith says.
Of course, right. But I don't think I
really struggle with
aphantasia.
that.
I can still like if I can picture an apple in my head right now.
Yeah. What colour is it?
Red.
Yeah, it's always red, isn't it?
With a little green
what's
leaf.
it on? Anything?
It's on top of a book. I'm about to give.
Did you add that book, or was there nothing there before?
No, I'm thinking literally specifically of the cartoon one in Pinocchio.
Okay.
So that's
it was a cartoon.
There's a reference point to
apple.
It. But like I was like, sometimes I'll read something like a whole page, and I'll be thinking about one thing that I read on the previous page, and just ignore the entire page I just read.
Keeping track is hard.
I think imagination is practice. I think it's practice and exposure. Like if you read loads of fiction, I think it helps. I think because you're constantly being described stuff to, and it trains that part of your brain which summons images.
So is it like brain gooning?
But I thought her name was Hermione.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't think it was Hermione.
Yeah, for me too.
I thought I read it as Hermione.
I would struggle to pronounce it every single time.
Name. And I was just like, when I came to that name, I was just literally kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Hermione.
Yeah.
Because until I heard someone say it, and I was like,
of course it's
hard. And I didn't imagine her being as hot either. So
she was like
felt
12,
like Emma Watson was a miscasting.
I guess we were 12.
We were young. Come on, give us a break.
We were 12.
Anyway, the place I was going with the whole thinking about dreaming thing is I watched an interesting TV show, a film which I really recommend called In Waves and War. And it is about
sounds intense.
SEALs, U.S. Navy SEALs, dealing with PTSD, like chronic PTSD, and like how
it is intense.
It's really well done in that they have a load of interesting stories, and then it has these really amazing animations that they put together that describes the things that they did and the things that they feel, right? And it's a study on using strong psychedelics to treat PTSD. And they do a load of like before and after with it, and they're like, they talk to all these different SEALs, and they're all really fucked up. Like, obviously, they put themselves through shit tons of incredibly high stress, the highest stress possible, essentially, like fearing for your life constantly, and also killing constantly as well. So like, it's terrible things to put the human mind through. Lots of penguins. Yeah, exactly, and also a lot of them are Navy SEALs because they came from a history of trauma, and they wanted to become the strongest, scariest people because they were often had like abusive fathers or like horrible other forms of abuse, and it was a projection ultimately for them to become so strong that nothing could ever hurt them again, right? And that's what drove them to become so aggressive and so sort of driven, right? So, and then they go and do all this shit. It traumatizes the living fuck out of them even more, and they don't know how to stop it. And loads of them kill themselves. Like, loads of them do. There's so really high suicide rate. And it talks like they have their wives in this show, in this film as well. And the wives are like getting, and they also, a lot of them have families. A lot of them start families young as well. And they're just like, they were getting to just crisis point. And then one of them found out about this treatment in Mexico, because it's illegal in the US. They go down to Mexico and they do these 2-stage treatments. One of them is a like almost an ayahuasca, right? So they do it in 2 stages. First of all, they do sort of an ayahuasca. They do this session of that when they're in a room and they have people doing all the stuff, and they have to think about before they go into it, like what they want to get rid of, what they want to address, and they're all like they're all not taking it very seriously. This is all hippy dippy shit, right? And they do that, and then they have these trips, and then the day after they do ayahuasca, they then smoke the toad. So they do.
Isn't that really potent?
Toad venom, which is DMT.
Toad.
DMT, which is the strongest hallucinogenic known to man, right? They call it the God particle. Sometimes no, that's the Higgs boson. They call it some sort of fucking spiritual thing. But basically, they do this toad as well, and it's really, really strong. But not only do, spoiler, it has a massive positive effect on them, an absolutely gigantic positive effect. Because the first guy goes down, and he's like the archetypal SEAL. He's like 6'5", giant dude, like just exactly what you imagine when you think of like a guy you put on the Call of Duty cover. And he was like really angry, and then he changes into this complete hippie. It's really quite nice. Like, he's this total, like, he's there meditating next to them when they're doing the drugs and stuff, and he's just like, it's okay, brother, you're gonna get through this, and like completely changes his state of mind, and he becomes basically an advocate for all of this and gets other people involved.
What's the time scale of this?
The film itself?
He takes the venom, and then a week later he's
so it has a positive effect within a week of taking it. Yeah. But what it does is they then build upon it. Other studies, there's a King's College London study that suggests this as well. They did it with psilocybin. But basically, you usually need treatment about every 6 months to help to maintain the positive benefits of doing it. But it essentially helps you to process deep trauma, but it also creates neuroplasticity in the brain, which allows people to let go of the things that are continuously holding them back in trauma. But anyway, what was interesting is they talk about the trips they have, and this is where I was linking it into the dream thing, is some of the stuff that the guys come out with, they're just like, first of all, some of it's deeply traumatic. One of the guys was like, essentially they were having to do recon down a river, and it's funny, we were talking about drowning earlier. Basically, he was going to do it, and his buddy was like his teammate who he'd like trained with for years. It's like his close friend was just like, oh no, dude, I'll just do this. I'll do this swim. And they basically had to do recon down a river, where one of them got in the river, swam all the way down, went over to the shore, had a look, came back, and they tied a rope around his waist because it was really strong, like storm rain coming down. He goes down anyway. Rope suddenly goes slack. He loses his mate. He just drowns in the river somewhere.
Oh my god!
And he had this like deep guilt of like, I should have been the guy doing that swim, And my like little brother has essentially died. And he said like the first trip he had was confronting that and like going like saying, he said I had this deep sense that he was okay, he was happy, I could see him smiling, you know, like he was like he forgave me, you know, like all this sort of stuff. But then later on there were other ones, like a guy was like, the weirdest one for me was, I remember growing up watching, there was this show, like, it was like one of those American family shows, like the Oswalds or something like that. It was like basically just a happy family.
Yeah.
And he said that he used to like cling to that because his home life was really shit. And so he'd watch this like really happy family TV show. And he said, dude, literally, I walked into the set of that show and I sat on that set for what felt like 4 hours. I was just there on the sofa, just with them all, watching the show like it was completely real. And he's like, I tripped for like 30 minutes, but it felt like hours. And he says, I was just in it, just looking around. And he said, it wasn't even that profound. I'm just in the set, just like watching the show, having a great time. And he was just like, but it was so real. And then this other guy was like, I could flip through my memories like a picture book. He said, I was going through everything. Crazy. And I could just reach out and I could access that memory.
And that's
I could
the DMT, is it?
I think it was. I actually think.
Do you have to do both to get that?
Kind of. Well, they said it was like a 2-stage thing. Like the ayahuasca psychedelic was like. They described it as like being a deep, like fucking, we are like grinding a heavy grit sandpaper, they described it as. He said, whilst the toad was actually much more gentle and much more like smoothing out the edges. So actually it was the first treatment they did. I can't remember what it's called. But
that's the ego death right there.
Yeah. And they give them these big doses and everything. And it's all like, you know, it costs a lot of money, I think. I think it costs like, you know, 20 grand to do this treatment. Wow. But like, it's done, everything they do is like, so they have to, before they do it, like there's a doctor there. They do the pre-checkups. They make sure they're all healthy. They're not going to have a heart attack or anything like that. And the other thing is, a lot of these guys are on a shitload of antipsychotics to start with, and they have to come off of those. So like they said, that's like the worst bit is like coming off all the antipsychotics that were stopping me having constant panic attacks.
Yeah.
But honestly, it has such an incredibly profound effect on like almost all of them.
I'm sure it's like the dosage is relative to their PTSD, right? For example, people that don't have PTSD and being a Navy SEAL, you could improve your life by having less of it. Than what they have. You don't need to suck the toad. No. For example.
Well, actually, the toad is actually the more commonly done. So the toad, you can do these toad retreats in Mexico. People do them quite a lot, and they're much cheaper. You can actually do a toad retreat for like $300-$400 if you're in Mexico, because it only lasts 30 minutes.
Oh right.
So the ayahuasca element of it can last like 8 to 9 hours.
Oh my god!
And you're like, vomit.
If it's a bad trip.
Yeah. And it goes bad and good. That's the thing. So it's not all good the whole time, but it can, and it's not bad the whole time.
Right.
It's both. It's both the most terrifying and the most euphoric.
Confronted with everything.
It's a journey, and the toad is much quicker. The toad is like 30 minutes.
Right.
So you can just like do it, and then it's done. But it's very, very intense for a short amount of time.
It almost feels like a brain bleaching.
Yeah, I think
like reset all the neurons.
Yeah.
Start again.
Yeah. I mean, there is some science around it. That's essentially that. It's like there's a core part of your brain which is like very rigid and very responsible for holding on to learned patterns of behavior, and those things can affect your mental health quite profoundly. But yeah, anyway, I really recommend it.
In Waves and Water.
Yeah, it's in Waves and War.
In War.
And it's quite touching as well, because like you see all these guys that are like these like Navy SEALs. They're all like, you know, bearded, like all like driving trucks. All I know is guns and death. And then they get into all this stuff, and they're all just like, they just desperately want like to be hugged, and like they're all crying, and you're like, oh my god, this is so touching in a way, you know, like
repressed memories of
things. Yeah. But
you know, I'm sure the behaviors and social environments that they were in as well probably built upon like this macho bravado stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Heightened even more by going into the SEALs or whatever.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it's the most intense training regime they could possibly have, where they're trying to break them constantly, and they have to put up all of these walls in their minds. But
I'll check it out.
Yeah, but I'd just love to be able to access that ability that they describe, you know, to like access your memories and access like
flick through,
to just harness the brain's clear power to do that kind of shit.
Just got to suck that toad.
You can get a DMT in UK.
Yeah, I really want to do it in like an environment that I'm not going
from an actual toad.
Terrify myself.
I need scientists and people around me that can guide me through.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but pretty interesting.
I wish I could guide our audience to Patreon, because holy crap, that's a really great place to really support us.
Yes.
You know,
Patreon.com.
If you want to make us feel euphoric by becoming a Patreon supporter, and that is the main way that Hat Chat keeps sustaining itself.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Any final words?
No words.
Zero
words.
There's an intergalactic federation of aliens out there, and we need to make sure that we're prepared for that.
Right.
Because
if you've seen any sightings, send it to our email, hat-films.com. Also, if you have any alien music you'd like to send us a fingal, send us that same email, please. We love fingals, and we'd like more of them to play them at the start and end of our podcasts. Thank you for listening, and stay safe out there.
The aliens are out there.
They'll get you. Bye, everybody.
See you in the next one. Bye.